So the large Alice pack's got like these 3 smaller pockets here for magazines or whatever in the military application, but in this application, this pocket here is sort of like my little survival kit here, and it's tethered to the thing with this little mini S-beaner. And in there too I have the incident response pocket guide. Every firefighter has this, and it's a good little reference to know what to do out there. I just keep that in there just in case. I'm not required to have this, but it's just a leftover thing that I keep in there because, like I said, outside of the fire response thing, this is my utility bag, and this is just an item that I keep in there as a prepper or whatever. A compass, analog compass, no batteries required. High decibel whistle here, ACR I think this is, yeah, an ACR whistle. This used to be a CommT peanut lighter, but that thing sucks. The liquid in there always dries up within 2-3 weeks. So I gutted it because this thing is made out of titanium here, and what I have in here, which I'm not going to break open, is full of trioxane. And look up trioxane, that thing will light up anywhere, especially in cold weather, and that's what I have this thing filled with. Ferrocerium rod, no explanation needed. And Swiss Army knife here, and this is a different model. This is from Swiss Banco. Look him up on the internet. He sort of takes, he customizes Swiss Army knives in a way with different utilities. This particular model is bare bones. It has the blade, the awl, which I love a lot, and a little mini saw. That's it. That's all it has. It's nice, lightweight. It's got a key ring thing here to tether it, and this is a good sort of bare bones survival kit right here, and it's all tethered together with a dummy string. And I put this in my cargo pocket when I'm hiking in the backwoods or whatever, but in this situation here I just keep it in the bag itself. I do use this to shoot azimuths for Yagi directional antennas, so that's where this comes in play. And I don't use the regular GPS no more. I use the GPS out of the smartphone. I have some applications on there that's far more superior, and so I cut that out of my kit. The Delorme GPS. I use the phone, the smartphone. And when I do put it in its pocket, that little S-clip is tethered to the drawstring up here, so less of a chance for it to get lost. Here in the middle pocket, small middle pocket, is my fire kit. Nothing special, guys. The only thing exotic that I have in here is trioxane tablets, because they light anywhere. Little mini Bic lighter, cotton balls with Vaseline, and crayons. They actually last quite a while out there when you use to burn that and to start fires with. This doesn't weigh much. Never used it because I have lighters all over the place. Here I got a lighter here, I got a lighter in my cook set, and in one of my hip pockets there I have a lighter there. 3 lighters in this. They weigh nothing, and I usually never break this out. Then again, it's California weather, so it's pretty easy to light a fire out here. The right hand side pocket, I have cordage of various types. Dyneema, bank line, and jute twine. And within here I have this. I have a Leatherman Wave inside this inner tube here. Hardly ever use it, but it's there for if I ever need it. On the hip pad, it's got some pockets, and this one here I have a pair of leather work gloves, a must. And in this one here I have a Zebra Light headlamp, which I featured in one of my videos there. Pretty neat, lightweight. And a lighter I found. It still works. Sometimes I find these everywhere, and I just put them somewhere. Here, I have it here in this pocket here. Real convenient. 90% of the time that I need a fire, this is what I use here in this pocket here. Everything else is redundant. On the top lid, it's got like this little pocket in here, and what I keep in there is zip ties, and I could strap antenna masts with this onto a fence post, some grates or whatever, and I use this a lot. This is a time saver. You just zip tie the antenna mast. You just tie a zip tie right there. Right there, zip ties those two location, and you got yourself an antenna mast that's not going to go down anytime soon. Better than doing a guide rod system with ropes and pounding it into the ground. Depending on your environment, if you can find a fence post, I'm always looking out for that. Using guidelines is somewhat of a last resort for me. These are some tie strap down straps there, and when we carry those repeater boxes, sometimes we've got to hike a little bit, maybe a mile, maybe a quarter mile, depends. To make it easier, we use the antenna mast poles and tie them onto the handle of the repeater box, and we carry it like Cleopatra style or roast pig style, and it worked really well. I used it twice already in that configuration, and it was way easier going over to rolling terrain and uneven terrain and stuff like that with all this gear on you. That's what I keep in there, and that's just one of those things where, you know, you experience it, you say a little light bulb goes in your head, you use it and you keep it. Same with the zip ties there. So that's all the outside pockets and nooks and crannies and stuff. Now we're going to go into the main compartment there, and here I have the stuff I keep all this stuff here stored when I'm not on the fire line or out doing a repeater comm mission or anything, and I store all this stuff that I need to have on me in there. So this is what it's on me on the fire line: helmet, goggles, and top and bottom PPEs, personal protective equipment. And like I said, I just keep it in there for storage until I go out there, and then I have to wear all this stuff here. Then I have a Gone Boy here. I did have to use this maybe once or twice. Sometimes we'll have a directional antenna, and there'll be like a branch in the way or something like that, or I need a piece of branch to tie off the antenna mast on, and branches will get in the way, and this cuts through it with ease. So I keep this in there, and it's also part of my get home bag type configuration. So a lot of this stuff overlaps in discipline, you know. Bushcraft will overlap into firefighting, you know, comm support deployment thingies. And then I have this bag here right in the bottom, and all that is a small AquaQuest tarp. I think it's a 7x7 sil nylon tarp, and this is a bivvy, a to-go system bivvy. Pretty neat stuff, and it's really big. In this Sea to Summit dry bag here, and that's again is in case I need to stay overnight. I'm somewhat protected. My sheltering, pretty much. And as far as the big compartment there, that's all I have in there. Basically just all this here. So the only thing that's in the big compartment, like everything in here is gone now. The only thing I have in there really is my sheltering, my saw, and this stuff is just for storage in there. It's on me when I'm deployed. And the only reason why I have the sheltering in this bag here is if I need to hike up somewhere to deploy a repeater, with one pull I could just take out my whole sheltering system and store it near the landing zone of the helicopter, just to empty this guy out. And the rest of this is empty here. And in the next video clip, alright, good use of my thing here. Large Alice pack with the solar kit packed right in there, fits perfectly. Gonna hump these stairs way up there. Basically is to haul equipment into other locations, either batteries or, you know, solar panel kits or whatever I could fit in there. I could hump it into position with this, which makes it a hell of a lot easy to hump because of the suspension system and everything. It's comfortable. I could carry heavy loads in relative comfort for short distances. And That's pretty much the only reason why I like the large Alice pack is for that feature in this particular application. In the radio pouch here, I got some more stuff. So in the radio pouch, I have an inflatable pad, an Inertia X-Wave, and this is the 3/4 length one, the shortest one. If I have to stay the night, again, I got some insulation with me. Not the most, but it's the lightest out there so far, and a little bit of comfort. And it weighs practically nothing, and it fits into that little radio pouch there, just right up against my back. 2-quart canteens. I'm tired of using bladders. I'm just going to stick to the 2-quart canteens because it's more convenient for me. Your mileage may vary. 55-gallon CommT tractor's bag. Enough said. And a SteriPen for water purification. This is my my primary water purification in case I need it. And this is my last ditch resort water purification, which is the Sawyer squeeze and sort of like a dirty bag sort of drip technique there, which will drip into this canteen here. And I have the attachment actually to go and use the NBC nipple here to fill up my canteens this way using this system here. Maybe in another video I'll show what that is, but it works pretty well. Oh yeah, the canteen would always have water in it, and I have purification tabs in it here too, but it would always have water along with bottled water too that we usually get before we go anywhere. So I'll have at least a gallon with me of water at all times. So pretty much there you have it, a large Alice pack. Even though it's large, you don't have to fill it up. I planned it that way purposely so we could use it as a cargo sort of portage thing, taking up batteries, solar kits, or whatever I could fit in a large Alice pack. And usually additional items not in the main kit here, depending on the mission, would be voltmeter, some hand tools, and maybe another radio or two, small HT. My total base weight on this will be 25 pounds and 2 ounces. That's without food, water, and fuel. Wrangler Star made a video about the same thing, but in his case he wanted to reduce weight, and on his pack, after he got done, it weighed first 30.8 pounds and he got it down to 22.5 pounds. In my case, I got mine down to 25 pounds with all this stuff, with the much needed stuff to stay overnight or two in a mountaintop in case we get stranded by the helicopter, or it takes us a while to hike back to where they could pick us up on a main forest road or something. So that's the whole idea of this whole pack, is do the mission, haul stuff, and stay overnight in case you get stranded in relative comfort. With me camping all the while and practicing, you know, prepping and all that stuff, I'm very comfortable with what I got here. So there's my utility changeover again from fire season deployment sort of bag into a winter wonderland camping overnight bag here. Same old core equipment as far as cook kit, shelter, and water procurement, but just slimmed down. I don't need all this stuff here anymore. And like I said, I like this system so much as far as the Alice pack, large Alice pack, and the Ula Epic sort of portage bag sort of deal here, that I know there's another harness system that could fit that, which I'm going to try out pretty soon. It's been done in the past. I'm not going to say what it is now, but when I get it, of course I'm going to bring it out to the field and check it out and see what happens. There was another version of that other system that really didn't agree with me, and I sent it back to the company for a full refund. But this here is working out okay, but like I said, it's good up to 50 pounds. Something like this, not this bag but something else, over 55 pounds, the whole thing drooped on my back. as far as the suspension here. The weight wasn't being kept on my hips. It transferred some of it to my shoulders, and it sucked after 12 miles a day. And I did what, 4 days out there with sort of about the same kind of mileage. So but anything less than 40 pounds, this is all right. Like an overnighter. Not going too far, just having fun. But there you have it, sort of like a experience-based utility bag that you see all over YouTube pretty much, but in my case it's based out of, you know, hard knocks and experience out there, taking this stuff out and actually using it in a real sort of situation, kind of like a shit hit the fan situation with these wildfires. It served me well.